Hello all. Welcome to lesson 8.6 here. Solving rational equations. This is your DLD lesson for Friday the 27th. Video should take hopefully under 20 minutes here. Um, we'll go through this. We'll fill out your notes. Then we will, of course, you're going to want to do that quiz for attendance purposes just like yesterday, and the assignment as well for credit. Full credit here on the DLD day. So let's go ahead and get started. Solving rational equations. Equations that can contain one or more rational expressions are called rational equations. These equations are often easier to solve once the fractions are eliminated. So we are trying to eliminate the fractions. Okay. To eliminate the fractions, we will multiply each side by the least common denominator. So again, we're going to have to be finding least common denominators. In fact, this is going to be something I'm expecting we are all very good at here. So let's just go with the least common denominator here is going to end up being 18 times the factor of x plus 3. Okay, that'll be the least common denominator of this. And of course, you guys know how to find least common denominators of all three of these fractions if you need to do so, or write it out, factor everything, okay, and find that least common denominator. But we're just going to go with this for time's sake here. Well, now once we have the least common denominator, okay, we need to multiply each fraction by the least common denominator. So 18 times x plus 3 is going to be multiplied by, well, we're multiplying 4 over x plus 3 by that. Plus, again, we're going to multiply 5 over 6 by, 18 times x plus 2. Okay, again, we're multiplying 5 over 6 by that. Okay, and lastly, we're going to multiply 23 over 18. So 18 times x plus 3 will be multiplied by 23 over 18. Okay. The reason we're doing this is canceling the denominators here. Okay, x plus 3. Well, now I see a common factor of that in both pieces. So I'm left with 18 times 4. 18 times 4, 72. Plus, well, what's a common factor that cancels here? How does the 6 cancel? Well, 6 and 18 have a common factor. So 18 can become 3. So I'm left with 3 times 5 is 15 times x plus 3. And then over here, well, 18 is the common factor that cancels. So I'm left with 23 x plus 3. Okay. Now this equation, of course, we need to use the distributive property here as well. So calculator works. We've got 72 plus 15x plus 45 is equal to 23x plus 23 times 3, 69. The x is to the right here. Let's subtract 15x. So now, calculator here. We're prepared with that. So we've got 23 minus 15. Of course, here will be 8x. X plus 69 is equal to, well, 72 plus 45, let's see for that, 117, and 117 minus 69, both sides, I've got 48 is equal to 8x divided by 8, we've got x equals 6, okay, we've got to go back and check our solution. Doing that should give us what we're looking for here. So to check, we just plug in 6. So 4 over, well, bear with me here. Sorry about that. 4 over x plus 3. So x plus 3x is 6. So 4 over 9 plus 5 over 6. What is that equal to? 23 over 18. Okay, you can check that on your calculator. It certainly is. Okay, checks out. So x equals 6 is our solution. Okay. All right, I'd like you guys to go ahead and try 1a and 1b on your own. Again, finding the least common denominator. Okay, clearing the fractions. 1a, you should go ahead, pause. You should get to 2. 1b, you should get 20. We'll come back together just after this pause and take a look at how we are doing that. Okay. So if you're back with us here, let's take a look at 1a. 1a's least common denominator should be, what is it going to be? 2 and 10, 10x plus 3. That should be. That should be 10 times x plus 3. So 2. 2 over x plus 3 should be multiplied by 10. X plus 3. 3. Plus 10 3. 3/2. We multiply by it. And 10 times 3. Also going to multiply by 19 over 10. In fact, I'm going to leave 1b for you guys. We'll just here do 1a, taking up too much space here, which is fine. You should be getting the 20 as for 1b. All right, this first fraction, x plus 3 factor cancels, so we're left with 20 plus the second fraction, 10 and 5, common factor, 2. It'll be 5 times 3, that's 15. Plus 3, that looks funny. Over here we've got a factor of 10. That's going to cancel away. Leaving 19x plus 3. Again, same situation here. Now we've got some foiling. Of course, we need to do. We get 20 plus 15x plus 45 is 19x plus 3 times 19, guys. Bear with me here. 57. All right, simplifying, subtract 15x from both sides. Of course, 20 and 45 is 65 equals 4x plus 57. Okay. 7 from both sides, 65 minus 57 here. 8. 8 equals 4x, of course, x. 2. Okay, plug that back in, check our solutions. We'll see that it's correct. Okay. Note here, multiplying each side of an equation by the least common denominator of rational expressions can yield results that are not solutions of the original equation. These are then considered extraneous solutions. They're not solutions. We call them extraneous. Okay. So that's why we're checking. That's why we're checking all of our solutions. Okay, we checked 2, we checked 6. Okay, we need to be checking them. Okay, and then let's see an example here. Okay, whoa, hey, we've got a quadratic here. So maybe this is where something strange might happen. So finding the least common denominator, you're looking, well, really factoring this middle quadratic here is going to give you x plus 5 and x plus 3. So the least common denominator is actually what we've got there, x plus 5, x plus 3. Okay, so just multiplying each fraction by that then. 2x plus 5, and then we've got minus x plus 5, x plus 3 over, oh, well, let's factor that top one if we're able to right now. Numbers that multiply to -10 add to -1. Think of any off the top of our heads? No, so we won't be able to factor. Which is awesome. The denominator here was x squared. Well, let's write it as its factored version, see how both will cancel. This x plus 5, x plus 3 when we factor that denominator, all equal to x plus 5 times 3. 3 over x plus 3. Cancel everything we can. Okay, in this first one, x plus 5 cancels. So I'm left with 2x times x plus 3. Minus, in this one, x plus 5 cancels, x plus 3 cancels. So we'll be left with minus x squared, distributing at -1. So minus x squared plus x plus 10 equals, well, over here we've got the x plus 3 canceling, so we've got 3 times it. Now we're going to solve this. Should we result here in a quadratic equation? We've got 2x squared plus 6x minus x squared plus x plus 10 equals 3x plus 15. And we distribute. Combining like terms, we're left with x squared plus 7x plus 10 equals 3x plus 15. Setting it equal to 0 because it's a quadratic, and that's what we need to do. So subtract 3x, subtract 15. That's going to give us x squared plus 4x minus 5 equals 0. To solve quadratics, again, we solve by factoring, is what I would suggest. So we go x plus 5x minus 1 is how this quadratic factoring. Okay. Set both zero product property. We give you solutions. -5 and 1. We go back here. We check our solutions to see what is extraneous. Just plugging them back in to the original equation. But when we do that, we see that the denominator, here, excuse me guys, this denominator, x plus 5. If I plug in -5, my solution -5, I plug that in up here, it's going to be -5. That denominator is going to become what? It's going to become 0. Okay? If I plug it in here, if I plugged in -5 in this denominator, that'd be 0 times whatever x plus 3. It's going to be 0. So -5 is going to be extraneous. I see that off the bat. Okay? Well, 1. Is 1 going to make any of the denominators 0? No, it's not. So 1 would be a solution. 1's our only solution here. All right? For time's sake, I'll let you guys go ahead, pause, take a look then at these ones, trying each of them on your own. You want to, again, multiply by the least common denominator and check your solutions, okay? The solutions here are given to you. So if you're multiplying by the least common denominator every time, these problems are becoming pretty simple for us, okay? So do that. Check your solutions then. All are given there to you. And thanks for working on these over these last couple of days. I know it's quite a bit of work. Hopefully you enjoy your weekend and are able to work through this. Come Monday prepared with questions, and we'll have some time to work over these lessons as well as review and get ready for our Chapter 8 test. So thanks again.